ASUS ROG Strix G512LW-HN037 Laptop Review and Test i7-2820QM vs i7-10750H Comparison. The new year usually brings gifts. And so, Santa Claus put me under the tree a new laptop ASUS ROG Strix G512LW-HN037, so I updated it from my old laptop Toshiba Satellite C67013E. The laptop has a nice appearance. The case is made of plastic. There is no webcam, so that buyers of this laptop do not worry about their safety, and do not seal the cameras, as most owners of laptops with a built-in webcam usually do. The screen has a frequency of 144 Hz. Personally, for me, the screen is not important at all, since there is a separate 4K monitor, and the laptop screen serves only as an auxiliary screen for watching movies and commercials. The keyboard is RGB backlit, and does not have a numeric keypad. Instead, the numeric buttons are plotted on the touchpad. This is also not important to me, since I use a separate mechanical keyboard. The lower cover has a luminous strip around the perimeter. The laptop comes without an operating system, so the buyer will need to install their OS. Also, the laptop battery is completely discharged. The instructions for the laptop say that you need to charge the laptop for at least 3 hours before turning it on for the first time. Which I actually did. For the first power up, it was necessary to hold down the power button for several tens of seconds. After that, the ROG logo will be played on the screen and a welcome melody will be heard in the speakers. The laptop is valuable for its filling. 6-core Core i7-10750H processor, 16GB of DDR4 RAM with a frequency of 2933 MHz and timings of 21-21-21-47. NVMe Western Digital SN530 SDB 500GB system drive. Also, the motherboard is able to accept 2 more M.2 format drives, which is a big plus for further upgrade of drives. GeForce RTX 2078GB graphics card. Laptops with 3000 series graphics cards are already on the horizon, but so far they are not on sale, and it is not known how much they will cost. I believe that today it is optimal to take a laptop with an RTX 2070 video card. Laptops with RTX 2080 are about 50% more expensive than with RTX 2070, and performance is only 15 to 20% higher. On the other hand, laptops with RTX 2060 are only slightly cheaper, while offering adequately priced lower performance. I decided to compare this laptop in a series of tests with a laptop from 9 years ago. It's interesting to see how far laptop performance has gone over the years. The compared laptop has a quad-core i7-2820QM processor, 16GB of DDR3 memory with a frequency of 1600 MHz, a Samsung SSD 860 EVO 500GB system drive, a GeForce 315M 512MB video card. It is clear that the gap in the graphics subsystem will be enormous, and yet I wonder how much. Both laptops were running Microsoft Windows 10 Pro 10.0.19042.685, Win 1020H2 October 2020 update. Let's start with a series of tests i7-64 version 6.32.5600. Reading from memory is twice as good. Writing to memory is also twice as fast. But copying in memory is only 50% faster. Memory tests show an almost 2-fold increase, in proportion to frequency. The delays look very good. Some tests show a 10-fold increase in performance, not bad for 10 years. Now let's look at the tests of the popular utility CPU Z1.94.0 in a single thread, the speed doubled, and in a multi-thread quadrupled. On this purely processor tests are over. Let's move on to the game tests. Testing was carried out in the benchmarks 3DMark 03, 3DMark 05, 3DMark 06 and 3DMark Vantage. Older versions of the benchmark cannot be applied, because the GeForce 315M video card only supports DirectX 10. All tests were run in standard, small resolutions, the first two in 1024 by 768, and the last two in 1280 by 1024. There was no point in increasing the resolution above the standard ones, since a weak video card would have been very difficult. Looking at such an 11-fold gap, it's hard to believe that the GT315M can be played. More than 1000 frames per second in RTX 2070 game tests are impressive. The 3D Marco 5 test is more difficult, and here the superiority of the new system is only 5 times. The 3D Marco 6 benchmark proved to be a tough test for the GT315M. The RTX 2070 is more than 11 times superior. The 3D Mark Vantage test is able to show a beautiful picture. But the GT315M video card only showed a slideshow. Only 2 frames per second. By the total score, the advantage is 53 times. And finally, tests of the system drive. It is clear that M.2 the drive will be faster than a SATA SSD, but still need to show the difference. And the difference is significant. Thus, a laptop can be a good replacement for a regular system unit. The laptop gives more free space on the table. With a laptop, there is no need to assemble individual PC components and check them for compatibility. The usual case needs to be cleaned from dust for a long time, the laptop just needs to be vacuumed from the bottom. Thanks to Windows 10, you can easily switch to another laptop, just rearrange the drive, or copy the image. You can easily take a laptop with you, but it's not easy to carry a regular PC with you. I think the future of computer technology is in laptops, and with the release of GeForce 3000 series mobile video cards, more and more people will prefer them than regular PCs. It is very likely that miners will buy up all the new video cards at the root, so building a gaming PC will be a big problem in the near future. P.S. Does anyone else watch this TV shows?